We get into the action of this best of 5. Yeah, back-to-back losses for Paris. G2 all coming off that loss yesterday, but a nice little break off here to get into the action quickly. And while it's Estreal with a triple, everybody dead for Paris. So some nice early time already pinning Paris at back green.
Yeah, and well, this is going to be your first player. You'd love to get one if you were Kremp. Damage was in, and now is going to quickly be 2 dead. Pressure back to that hill. Kremp gets 1 or 2 there. This is going to be 20, 30 seconds. Still may end up that, but would have been a lot cleaner for G2 as you were going to fight back. And the big key yesterday in the map one on Scar for G2 was just their slow start.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they had a couple of series where it just feels like the intensity is not there, bringing it here on the P1.
Yeah, they went down like 80, earlier it was like 90 to 10, and then they ended up losing by 20 or 30. So technically, you know, after going down, they outplayed their opposition. It was just that slow start. But Kremp also had kind of a dud in the map one, not a dud so far from him, as he's 7-1, 6 in a row. Not able to finesse out towards mid-map, but his teammates going into Kremp. Now we'll see what Skyz can do. It's a nice little backslide. The pole's not there. He might take down another.
Yeah, well, he at least allows his teammates to hit the pinch. That was Mamba through the middle of the map. And all right, similar to what Miami was doing to them, they are doing right now to Paris Gentlemates. Is what, 51-1. Word to the pinch is Ghosty. He's going to find the first, but this is what you love to see, and you can see a combined 2 and 11 for Neptune and Envoy.
They are getting fried, but you know they're going to punch at some point. And we'll see when that'll opt to happen, because it's looking like rotation is going to be 1 to 3rd, at least for now, for this G2 side. They've already rotated up, got a player out near boats, one watching mid-cut, and they'll give up the final 10 or so seconds, but sure. No problem with that. I would say you're going to hope Neptune on the other side, but he gets a kill around the point, gets to the plane heady, and he's finding kills.
Yeah, it's a massive kill, though. Massive double for him on the Skyz. You'd already be on the time because you had Mamba all the way pushed up green side. And, well, you see what this does. So, Envoy, it doesn't turn into a ton of time for them, but it allows them to just reinforce towards the plane and now start to earn it. It just sort of messes up the chain that you had if you were G2.
No, breaks up G2's flow 100%. Yeah, you might be looking at a 100 to 10 point advantage if it's not for that play. Because you get like, what, 2 or 3 kills for G2? Envoy really the only one that comes through, but he comes through with the big ones towards the hard point. Sib pops off as he plucks a triple. And a hotly contested point, a little bit of a bounce back in the slang for Paris, and right back in this game, still work to do, but they needed a little bit of a fight there, and they got it.
Yeah, and they're able to get the flip, so with like, 20 seconds left, they started to spawn towards blue, and 3, they deal with Kremp, and now you can go cut off the reinforcements.
Yeah, you see instantly playing it tight and then trying to fan out. Big wins, as you said, for Paris. Lead change looming if they continue this hold, and this is a hard point that has been messy more often than not. A lot of breaks, a lot of flips, but it has been lockdown. Call of Duty for this Paris team so far. The next opportunity for G2 to break, and here they come flying on in into the Butcher, though, as Neptune gets it done with a knife, and with 16 HP, gets it done with the Gunny, his teammate there, to trade out the next. And this is a flawless hold, and about to be, Paris going out in front.
Yeah, well, it starts with Envoy, right? On that first push, you're able to deal with that. Then Envoy's able to get out towards P1. You know where they're all spawning. Ghosty watching the jump up. And then Neptune with the knife to clean up the rest of that. But yeah, as you said, that is what you need to do at that
60 early on. Fight back into this. We got ourselves a mixy game now. Sib's starting to pop off. Let's go to elicit in with Paris Gentlemates.
Nice. Mamba.
Okay. I trust guy playing 3.
Mamba. Dead on them.
All 3 front, all 3 front, guys. All 3 front.
Make up right now.
I got 1 wing. Stay down. He
went fire. He went fire.
Nice. I have limit.
Loaded.
Yo, could be fire. No, last time plane. Push on mid. Lane 1 shot. Push on mid. Absolute again. 2 gate.
I'll get Sherman.
I'm playing really nice job. Just make sure you play new, okay, guys?
Yep. Get the ticket. Ticket.
Rock for that guy. Ticket if you get. No man, it's hard, son. No man. I'm gonna go top green.
I'll run right. He's
front top, guys. That it in.
Tramp's over here, Dante.
Nothing else hold. I'll shoot top out. Nothing else hold. Nice.
Top G's
I got needed. I hard on him. Their ticket.
He's their ticket. Low G's.
Premium ticket with you. You could be right. Our ticket. Yeah, our ticket. I'm getting a ticket. One shot dead.
Nice. Gate.
I'm gonna pitch. No. I know. They're all spawning there. IP2. IP2, they're maybe hitting
I
P2.
have
I have my own rep.
Yeah, good place.
Going their ticket, I think. Going their ticket.
One more gate him, Israel.
P2, freaking one shot.
Two P2.
Alright, 2v2, one gate.
2v2. They're chilling inner squad.
One shot gate, Estreal.
Okay, I'm gonna wrap right here.
Yep. Yeah. Triple right.
One shot.
Tell me entering team Mamba.
Keep going deep right. Go deep right.
you
Trust.
started me?
You went like right on player. You
Keep going deep right.
Native
Dante.
downstairs.
Yeah, top fire. We can
Top
split
out,
them.
Keep going. Dante, come on.
Yeah, one shot.
Low fire. Time.
Top out. I'll be top out.
Low fire. One shot. Yo, we gotta keep going deep right.
I know. Chop me off time, Kremp.
I'm coming here.
There's only one or two new.
To G2, but what do you think about the comms and some of the sequences there for Paris?
Listen, you and I were talking about it. The thing that stands out to me the most is they call deli cheese.
Yeah, it's the first time.
That's the first time I heard that. I don't know. It's like I was like, what, are they calling something cheese? I didn't know if it was a spot, but yeah, mid shop to them is cheese. But yeah, listen, I mean, it's some of the better comms that we have in the CDL from Paris and led by Envoy and Joesty. Always going to be great to hear them. But yeah, that's what stood out to me.
No, 100%. You looked at me. Did he say cheese? I'm like, yes, he did. Mamba trying to get some work done, but it's Neptune getting everything done. Gets 2, damage into another. I thought set up his teammate, but Skyz there with the reinforcement for G2. Still barely 10 points separating these squads as the war continues around the P2. Now keep an eye on the minimap for the rotation. That'll be Kremp starting to head out early. This is where Envoy was able to make it
come down to them in a 2 versus 4 to hold on to the hill, at least buy enough time for their teammates to get there. Was it enough? That is going to be the question. No. Estreal on the plane heading. Now you have a full setup here if you are G2.
Yeah, one more kill or a couple more seconds, and it probably would have been enough. That's an incredible kill from Sip. Going up over the wall, running to get a pick, and that's going to be all 4 dead, and never mind. That looked like the ideal situation for G2, and then they just get ripped.
Yeah, and it's a great spot because with right around 30 seconds, you have to go to, if you are Paris, and that's your chance to flip. You get a couple of kills. If you're G2, then you push forward, you take both sides, and well, number 7 and Estreal is going to get a bit of a lucky spawn as they are going to flip.
That's tough.
Yeah, I guess you don't get that time, but you get what you want.
Yeah, I thought everything looked good until I saw the number 7 pop, and I was like, well, they're not going to read that. They certainly are. Nearly a full 60 here. G2, they're in the lead. Their turn to answer back with their own P4 holds. Let's hear the comms out from G2.
He's already bomb blue. Not hit. Out of right.
One bullet. I challenge.
Hold. They're pushing us out.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm laying.
Back check. You're
laying on my back. I heard you.
Double, you guys are doing it. Watch out.
Nice. Shoot me on the back.
I'm from the cut. No, it's on me.
I'm staying back.
Front blue somewhere. Satellite. Step. Back left.
We just hit time.
Satellite. Check. Time. Front. No one there.
I spawned the T2.
Burn above.
Spawn me, cuz.
No.
Nice, good job.
IP2. I'm gonna play Jet. Hold him again.
Oh, you shot.
Old ghosty.
I'm rapping.
Last guy bump shot already.
Already shot that bench. He's in green. One's already in green.
I'm pitching me cut. No, you got me cut. Make cut. Challenge jet. Top green, cut dead.
I need a bullet jet. One bullet jet.
There's one with you. I got jet.
15 seconds remaining on the hard point. Right now, Paris have that back green spawn. Chance for G2 if they can get the contest here and get a nice setup in mid-map. You know how many points you can get on that P1. They lose a couple of players. They still have 2 with a little crossfire setup. We'll see the spawns come in now with a couple of players dead on either side of it. Here we go. Third set, ready for action. 30 or so point lead right now for Paris.
Yeah, Trump in that same spot again. The first guy, but he doesn't over chow. Unfortunately, Mamba gonna get taken down. Quickly traded on to Neptune. Skyz having himself a game.
Up over 200 points now. Go G2. Still a healthy 30 seconds they can earn here.
A ton of time.
How much of this will they actually be able to get? A contest comes in here for a moment. The fights continue around Delhi. Mamba fanning out. Mamba finding 2. Time continues to rack for G2. A bit of a split spawn coming in now for Paris. 2 going to spawn out towards green and try to collapse on this quickly. Kremp not going to be able to pick it up. Pressure to Skyz to try and deal with it. Skyz able to win his one.
I mean, what a P1 out of G2 Minnesota to take the lead. Now it is a foot race over. Envoy's going to whip out the dropping to help him get there, find a couple of kills, but it is not the cleanest setup so far. Neptune's just playing his life, does back up. You can already see Skyz on a pinch.
The pinch could be huge. 3 from one side, Skyz from the other. Got his former teammate right underneath him. The patience. Dead if he can finish the kill. Estreal actually pick it up, and G2 are in. Lead change again as G2 go out in front. Kremp is going to be hunting in between enemy lines and able to drop 1. One more behind him. He's not able to deal with it. They're still getting the time inside of the hard point. Paris kind of panicking, trying to get in towards the point. They feel the pressure. Is enough time here for G2 to get the dub.
Well, and I mean, G2, again, just sort of figure out where these spawns are, and they're reacting well. A couple of pinches at P1 and P2 based off the spawns that could have really hurt them, but they reacted. The comms were on point. As you said, Skyz is frying. Right behind him, though, is Kremp, who's really starting to turn it around. Couple of seconds. I don't think you get the tick here, so on rotation, Envoy is there.
Envoy, he's been the hero for Paris when they need him on some big rotations. Do it here. I think that nade, I thought a nade hit Sib and Envoy. I thought they were going to be in trouble, but still able to hold the bottom heady for now. Neptune trying to deal with the mid cut. There's two players there. It's awkward on the slide across. Ghosty's going to try and flank this and help out his teammates, but Envoy actually pushed that out as well. Back into the point. Skyz been the fry man on one side of it. He's going to end up falling. It's chaos in and around the point. Kremp, Mamba, line up three. That should seal it, and in they go. They couldn't win the Scar map one against Miami yesterday. Raid search and destroy. Well, really from both these teams, it'll come into the mix, but we saw it out of G2 yesterday.
We're going to get the typical 3-4-0 sort of start.
Oh, dude, it was really the lineup from Skyz that was disgusting. I wonder if we're going to see that again from him offensively. I mean, that thing was nuts. If you didn't watch yesterday, he had a nade lineup from a tree, like back garden, that just, it was a teardrop onto someone mid-dive, bottom apartment. It was disgusting. As I talked through that from yesterday, there's one player remaining, and that round would be done.
Yeah, and I mean, usually on raid, we always...
Out towards ring. He'll have Sib here for some help. Neptune is going to drop, so the work gets a little bit harder. And now there's going to be a pinch presence coming quickly. Estreal, no hesitation, is going to send it. Yeah, I thought he had two. Tree maybe saved the life of one there, but he did enough damage that it gets closed out. Suddenly it's going to be all on Dan Ghosty. It was 1 versus 3. Now 2 players to take out. Eyes on one. Gun, he's still weak. Can't finesse away. And G2 will even it.
And I mean, you just play
Envoy. Gonna scurry away, but a nice nade from Skyz.
Of course it is.
Of course, yeah.
Of course it's Skyz. I mean, it knows exactly which corner to put it in. And while Paris, they were playing retake towards A, but they have rotated over towards back laundry. That's going to be Ghosty and Sib in position. Now Neptune is here through mid archways, but there's just so much for him to watch. And where they really don't have info. They're just hoping that this is an A plant.
Kremp checks it. Able to find it. Sib. I was going to say Sib might have the trade, but he's not going to. He's already dropped it as well. He's already dead. Yeah. I was waiting for Sib to like peek the angle, but ripped at the same moment. Neptune, 1 versus 4. Skyz is on 4 straight after a just maybe his best hardpoint map of the year as he fried in map 1. Skyz in form currently. 2-1 to G2. And it's a quick pressure out towards A, but a couple showing mid as well. We'll see how they opt to do this. The one kind of getting Eisman on the other side would be Estreal, but he's kind of playing deep inside kitchen. Kremp just going to be caught with his pants down.
Well, I think Skyz might have been watching his cross, but I think Envoy maybe was already in that spot. So he's thinking he's got some room to work with Kremp. He does not. Well, first blood to Paris. Sib is now here, and you are seeing while we talk about first bloods on raid. Just every round. It's sort of the default here for Paris, kind of just giving up the A plan, even giving up laundry. So just taking mid control. That's been the key for Paris, for Gentlemates. And well, it's continued to work.
You just gotta hope, based on the stats we looked at, that G2 doesn't get the bomb planted.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking. And well, I said it continues to work, but then you just flood through arches, you're able to take down 2, and all of a sudden you were the last player alive, and G2 takes the round.
And that was the 3v4.
I know where a couple of players are, but not where Neptune is.
And off those shots, I think he's going to go. He's going to go, and he's going to catch Mamba. Thought Neptune would probably be the guy in position to make a play, and that's going to be the case. The other two have got to stay up till he can get involved in the action. Now you at least have an idea of where most of the players are, but they're going to wrap this out based on Neptune's win in position. Now he's just going to track it back to the other side. He was trying to group up with them, but he's like, I need to get to a spot. And unfortunately, in wrapping back, he's going to get caught.
Yeah, I mean, they're already there. Just doesn't expect it whatsoever. Good call by G2. To pretty much say, all right, they are not A. And well, that was the info Skyz was able to gain, and you're just a step ahead.
Yeah, no, don't have advantage. And that's probably the case, especially when you're playing a map like this a lot. Like, you're not planning in a 2v4. Skyz, ooh, I thought just clipping the forehead, not going to happen. Neptune, this time he'll get the blood. A much needed one for Paris. Has been struggling in the last couple. Ghosty going to win his one-on-one towards med map. Skyz is going to hope somebody gives him a freebie. Not going to happen. Neptune's going to push forward off of that. Neptune gets 3 in the round. Look as cool as possible in this moment on camera. Kills me. Nice damage in. Kremp just getting away with 11 HP, trying to get completely out, not able to do it. Neptune, 3 in the last round, 2 in this, 5 straight. What do you know? On Neptune takeover and search and destroy. Hold up though, Mamba not out of it yet. Mamba not out of it yet, able to get both. It's gonna be Mamba versus Neptune.
Yes,
Neptune looking for back-to-back 3-kill rounds. He's gonna pop, and he's gonna fry Mamba. 1v3. Slows down King Neptune.
And well,
You lose that one, and Neptune's getting hot. Who the hell knows? Estreal, well, he sees a couple here. Hola. Gonna wait, gonna peek. Envoy's going to drop. First blood to G2.
well, that is the gunfight he lost in the previous attack round, but he's at the help of his teammates looking over him. Now, Kremp can activate through the middle of the map. You have an idea where these players are. And as you said, that Mamba 1 versus 3 closes out for the game.
G2 currently now, okay, now we're able to fan out a little bit.
Yeah, that's it. It was just sort of like that lead blocker was dying. So then Sib had to just re-wrap, go the other way. And he did take his time, right? Because that is one where if you just step out, end up getting shot, get destroyed, and then it's an immediate counter chap. So just good patience by Sib. And my man, he has had this EMP in his hands for so long. He's still off that life because he's on 4 in a row. He's spawned up, got a triple, has had it since then.
Yeah, this is one where like we talk a lot about damage numbers and stuff, but like if Sib ends up carrying the EMP for 7 minutes, then maybe not gonna have that much. Is that even a stat at the end? Like I know you have scores. We need like time carrying it. I might need a stat I need to see. But yeah, might be right. One player that can really get out in front, gonna be put down. No nade's gonna be able to come over the top, so that's gonna be a score here for G2. And what are your thoughts on that sequence?
Well, I mean, it's just tough. Yeah, I mean, Sib is just hoping like, guys, you guys gotta get a couple.
Not a ton of scoring in this first half. Just the 1 strike from G2. Under a minute to play. Flanking will be Mamba. We'll see what he can come away with, because I thought it was going to be really awkward. He's going to be getting shot in the back. It does end up being actually a little bit awkward. I was like, is this going to be 2 freebies, or is this going to be nothing? Going to need to play a little bit of defense here for G2 again.
Well, defense has been the name of the game for them so far. The first time it was Skyz. This time it is Estreal. It's going to be 3 dead. The last player in a good spot is Ghosty. And everybody spawns out for the Paris side. So relieve the pressure, can move the EMP. Maybe one more chance here for G2. Well, that's going to be 2 dead. So it's going to reset. They can go. That's going to be 3. That's going to be 4. So, I mean, Kremp just plays to the middle of the map. Mamba's going to be the lead blocker.
And that goes a little bit differently than if maybe they'd won alive, or if this is Scar and they all spawn out mid. But with them spawning all the way towards like the B point, I mean that's a bit of a rally across.
All the way pushed up too. I mean, if EMP can get through mid cut, they have a chance. He's just got to get across.
Go, go, go!
Like, just able to fly, but there's one player behind him. He throws that nade, but Skyz has his back. Kremp though only finds 1, so now you're gonna need the pistol. Sib a couple of times on defense. Been going big, does it again.
Yeah, and whoever like had that gunfight like mid-map, if they got 1 there, I mean, they were 2v1 shouts, so they're probably dead, but if they get 1, that probably goes a little bit, probably goes smooth, probably ends up being a score, honestly, but need more defense out of G2. So far, they've been good enough. Finally, a score is gonna go through for Paris. They got to play this right, though. This could be a quick counter type opportunity. You already have Kremp all the way pushed up on one side. You have 2 players holding EMP. This could be disastrous right now for Paris, just due to the top side spawn. They're all rallying back. Every kill, a huge one for this Paris team. But they're only able to get 1, and that is a quick score. And well, you saw that on the minimap right away. It's like almost, that's probably what you need to do, is just wait a second to put it through. But they hadn't seen a score yet, so they're probably like, get the damn thing in.
No, we've said that, though. Sometimes it just feels like dying is better right now on your pushes after you score.
Yeah. They can be. Especially, well, just depending on where EMP is going to spawn. But
yeah,
really,
that's the key.
Yeah. I just view that as a heads-up play for G2, really. I mean, fantastic stuff, and now they got a chance to pour it in again. Not through yet, but we're through now. Kremp gets the final 2.
Just had some dangers, honestly. From a couple of players for Paris.
And I guess if they weren't on like a 2-game skid, I could understand this like series more, but you would think with them being on 2-game skid, like this would be like a revenge game. Like G2 would be coming into the best.
They need to become motivated.
Yeah. And it's not what we have seen.
First match of the weekend, like, all right, we cannot lose 3 in a row. We got to get something
left on this, but it has been a G2 dominated series. Yeah, I guess a battle. I mean, a ton of lead changes in the map 1. Don't get me wrong, that was a battle, but the search and destroy is dominant. Envoy just killed everyone on his team.
Yeah, probably had it in his hand and died, and then it blows up.
Well, it just adds to the frustrations they already have. But what a series out of G2, where we were expecting maybe, I mean, it's both teams that were looking to rebound off of some losses. I guess I was thinking it was Paris that were going to rebound a little bit stronger, but that is not the case. G2 not happy about their loss yesterday in Miami. They come in with a thunderous victory here. A team effort. Respawn's really terrific, specifically from Skyz and Kremp. A second score for Paris, but it is not going to matter when it's all said and done.
Now it's just a question of like, normally it's sort of like, all right, we needed a couple of match losses, you got to get motivated, you got to get re-locked in, but you continue to lose, and now there's more question marks. It's like, all right.
First question, though, what changed between last night and today? Because this was a different G2.
Honestly, I think, I mean, Dan or like Looney, our coach, told us like our floor is like low sometimes. We just come out like yesterday, we come out flat, and then obviously like today we can just like 3-0 a good team like mate. So I think it's really like taking like practice really serious and just trying to like get all the kinks out, because there's still like some stuff we mess up. I think that's really what it is, just like our floor and just always coming out hot, especially because like a lot of these hard points were coming out slow. We're giving them like 80, 100-point leads, and it's just hard to come back from.
Yeah,
I think that's it.
You know, Estreal, I've been around for a long time, and I've never been on a team that could be so hot and cold. Like, I even think about LAN, you guys 3-0ing Faze, and then being able to just 3-0 Gentlemates. And you just talked a little bit about it, but what's the energy difference on a day like this where you come out and fry? Like, how can you emulate this series to series?
I think it's honestly, I don't know. It's like, it's kind of hard to describe. Like, I feel like sometimes we just wake up and we're just like, the energy is like not there somewhere. I don't know. It's kind of like me. I'm like kind of quiet as it is, but like I'm gonna be like the same regardless. But I feel like sometimes we just, or even me, like I might, maybe the vibes are down or something.
All right, we got to get this going every day.
We got to figure out our routine.
Yeah, we definitely got to do whatever we did. We got to definitely repeat this.
Talking about practice, y'all's tactical usage throughout this series versus Gentlemates was unbelievable. In the hard points and in the search and destroy. I wanted to ask, for y'all's practice, do you like go into search and destroy? Do you set somebody up and then practice to try and hit nades in that spot and the timing? Do you hear from word of mouth? Does somebody come into practice and be like, you won't believe what I found out at 4 a.m.? How does that work for you guys?
To be honest, like it's really Caesar just like he's like a genius with that. Like he was randomly like hop on the game, like I got a nade, like I got something. I'm like, all right, like, we just go in the lobby and just test it. Like that's really mostly Caesar. I'm gonna give him his credit. Like he does randomly just get like something in his brain and just bang, I got a nade. And I'm like, all right, bet. I think it's really like he's a big part of it.
Estreal, thank you for a fast 3-0 to get the day started. We got 3 more matches after this. You got any prediction for me? Does Optic go perfect on their way to Birmingham?
Wait, who does Optic play? They play Faze.
Today they're taking on Faze.
Honestly, I think it might be a grueler, but I think it's gonna be like a Optic 3-2. That's one of my predictions.
Okay. That's a good guess there. Yeah. All right, Estreal, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
That is G2 Minnesota dishing out the first dub of the day. They do it in just 3 games in Paris.